Once again, I just want to remind everyone that the next Banzai Japan live will be on the 2nd of October. During the live, we will also be doing a live Gacha contest. So join in for the live to participate in the live Gacha contest. Now then, if you're not familiar with the so-called high elements of Junglia, these are the park's flagship experiences. Think jungle-themed, heart-pounding aerial adventures designed to make you scream, laugh, and possibly weep. Except in this case, it's mostly the weeping. Let's have a go at each one, and what they're supposed to be and what actually happened. Gravity drop. Free fall without the fun. A vertical drop tower where you're strapped in, hoisted up, and then dropped at high speed. Think adrenaline. Think thrill. Think your soul leaving your body. I attempted it but failed. Twice. And not because I chickened out, no. Both times it was under maintenance. I mean, what are the odds? Actually, don't answer that. It'll only depress me further. How is a ride permanently broken, but still being advertised like the crown jewel of the park? If it's always dropping out of service, one begins to wonder whether the gravity drop isn't just a metaphor for the park standards. Titan swing, the one that actually worked. A giant pendulum swing. You're pulled back, held in suspense, then released, flying through the air like a caffeinated Tarzan. Shockingly, this one worked. I managed to get on this one, and in fairness, absolutely cracking. That initial lurch sends your soul out your nostrils, but once it settles, it's glorious. You're up there, soaring through the air like a majestic maniac. Hey everyone, welcome back to our fortnightly Banzai Japan quiz. The question for today is, how many high element experiences are there at Junglia? The winner for today's Bonsai Japan quiz will walk away with a pair of tickets to Okinawa Fruitsland. Remember to leave your answer in the comment section below, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Human arrow. Be the projectile you're born to be. A dream come true for anyone who ever wanted to cosplay as a missile. I tried twice and got denied twice. First time, overbooked and no premium pass. Second time, armed with premium pass, ready to go, then bam, spontaneous maintenance. Just as I'm suited up like a half-price Iron Man, they shut the thing down. I just stood there like a lemon while they packed it all away. If the human arrow was meant to make me feel like a superhero, well, I got the tragic backstory part right at least. Sky Phoenix. The mythical ride that never rises. You lie belly down in a harness and launch headfirst along a long wire. It's the closest you get to being reborn as a flying squirrel. Another double failure. Attempt 1, no slots. Attempt 2, rainstorm. Turns out the mythical flaming bird isn't so keen on drizzle. What a shame. Bungee Glider. You're strapped in a vertical glider, then sent gliding across the jungle canopy on a bungee line. Think bungee jumping meets paragliding. Same script, different name. Overbooked and later cancelled due to rain. Too many punters, and when the rain started, they shot it faster than a dodgy kebab van during a health inspection. It's almost impressive how many times the same story can repeat itself, with only the ride name changing. Sky and Trekking. A multi-level high rope course. Balance beams, tight ropes, and rope bridges all suspended in the canopy. Great for testing your balance and bravery. Overbooked again, followed by rain again. Honestly, by this point I started wondering if I was just some sort of cursed totem. Wherever I walked, clouds followed. I half expected the staff to start calling me Ringbringer-san. By now, I was less of an adventurer and more of a damp, emotionally fragile bystander, watching families walk past while everything got shut down one by one. Hey everyone, so the answer to last week's Hidden Yellow Pig Bear mini contest is one time. The logo appeared only one time in last week's episode.
So the first one we're going to talk about today is the no GoPro policy. Now I brought a GoPro with me and a chest mount just for this experience. I had the GoPro mounted on my chest, ready to go. Unfortunately, they said, hey, no filming allowed because it's too dangerous. And I said, yes, I understand it's dangerous. That's why we have a chest mount. That's what it's for. In fact, a GoPro is designed for extreme sports and high elements. They said, yes, you may have it, but it's still too dangerous for us. And we also don't want people filming the attractions. And that was really puzzling to me because lots of theme parks want people to film the attractions. They want people to know about their theme park. That's how you get people to come. I was really excited to document my experience and show it to you guys and show you how fun the place was. Unfortunately, I was prevented. I was not allowed to use my GoPro. And I was really sad because I really wanted to have fun and show you guys how fun the entire experience actually was. The next one again is about the premium passes. Now I talked about the premium passes last week. I said that if you wish to experience as much of Junglia as you wish, then the best thing to do is to get the premium passes. However, it's one premium pass per ride or per experience, and you have to get them early because they sell out fast. I got mine on Klook, but that's not the only thing you need to know about the premium passes. Now, yes, the premium passes allow you to skip the long line. However, it does not guarantee that you will actually get on. So take the high elements for example. I bought the premium pass for the Sky Phoenix, Sky and Trekking, the Bungee Glider, the Human Aero, and the Titan Swing. Okay, I bought 5 premium passes for 5 different experiences. And out of the 5, I only got to enjoy 1. The only one I got to try was the Titan Swing. I really enjoyed the Titan Swing and I was so excited for the other high element experiences. However, when I got to the Human Aero, they told me it was under maintenance because one of the straps was not working. So I thought, okay, fine, fair enough, it's not working. And the question was, could I get a refund for it? Or can I have my experience rescheduled? Because I paid for the pass and I didn't get to experience it because you had a sudden maintenance issue in the middle of the day. And I said, okay, is it possible for me to come back on a different day to have it rescheduled because I paid for this? And obviously no. So if the park decides that one of the high elements is not working, you are still not going to be able to get onto the high element. You're not able to reschedule. As for the other 3, the Sky Phoenix, the Bungee Glider, and the Sky and Trekking, I never got to experience those because it started to rain. Junglia decides it's much safer, and you know, I give points to them because, you know, they're trying to look out for everyone's safety, fair enough. But again, you can't reschedule your experience, so if it starts to rain, even if you have a premium pass, you're still not going to be able to get onto those experiences. You will not be able to have your experiences rescheduled, and as I'm about to tell you, you're not going to be able to get a refund. So the next reality check is refunds. Now, one thing you need to understand is that all tickets, all online bookings are made through third-party websites. I got my tickets through Klook, and I think a lot of people did as well. However, if something were to happen at the theme park, you are not going to be able to get a refund. Now, when I was at the theme park, it started to rain, and of course, as I've said, the human arrow was not working. It was under maintenance. I told this to K-Luke and I said I would like my money back because I didn't get to experience anything because there was a problem with one of their machines and there was a rainstorm. And they said, oh, we need evidence for it, and we also need an official statement from the theme park. And I asked them, like, how on earth am I going to get a statement from the theme park? And they also need to understand that a lot of people were demanding for a refund because of the wet weather and also because of the technical problems. So the person at K-Luke said, okay, we'll get back to you. But till today, they haven't said a single thing. So I just want you to know that if something were to happen like a rainstorm, or if one of the machines break down, K-Luke is not going to give you a refund. They are not going to care. Number 4, rainstorms. There will be rainstorms from time to time. So if you come on a day when there's rain, it will be a really sad day. It was really sad for me. Because the problem with rain is that Junglia has 0 wet weather program. Nothing. So not only do you not get to enjoy the rides or the high element experiences, you now have nothing to do when it rains. When it rains, there are only 5 places you can go to seek shelter at Junglia. Number 1, the lavatories. And if you decide to go to the lavatories, congratulations, there are lots of people hiding there, smelling one another's poopy. Number 2, the souvenir stores near the entrance. Yes, they are big, but like I said, there are a lot of people, and the merchandise don't look that great either. They might look great for kids, but not for adults. Number 3, Panorama Dining Restaurant. Now, if you decide to go there, the chances of you even getting a seat or table is close to 0. Because if you go there during lunchtime when it rains, okay, you still might not be able to get a seat because you have to join the waiting line if you do not have a prior booking. If you do go there between lunch and dinner, well, you don't get a seat because it's supposed to be a fine dining experience, which means they shut down, they close their restaurant between lunch and dinner time. And if you do go to dinner, you have to make sure that you actually have a booking. If you do not have a booking, you can't sit in there for dinner. So if you do decide to go to Panorama Dining Restaurant during a rainstorm, I'm just going to say good luck to you. The 4th place is a cooling station just near the Splash Fest area and near the Tom Tom Tran area. But it's not very big. And again, like I said, there are lots of people at the theme park. And so you're going to have to squeeze in that cooling room with lots of other people. And finally, the foyer. There is a very big foyer. From time to time, they would have a live band play for the guests, for the visitors at the theme park. But when I was there during the rainstorm, they decided to stop playing the music. Maybe they were too busy, trying to usher other people to the entrance, probably. So in a nutshell, there is absolutely nothing to do when there is a rainstorm at Junglia. And when I tried to leave, the people at the entrance tried to stop me from leaving. And I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They said that it wasn't going to be safe for us if we decide to go out in the rain. And I said, I respect your concern and I thank you for being concerned for my safety, but there's really nothing for me to do. I would like to leave. And when I said that, they still refused to let me leave. And then I said to them, look, there is really nothing for us to do. You don't have a plan for your guests, for your visitors. It's raining cats and dogs. It's almost 6. It's almost till the end of the day. I want to go home and rest. I'm really tired. So I would really like to leave. So really, I just want to let you guys know that at Junglia, there is no wet weather program. And if you do try to leave, they're going to try to stop you. As I've said, Junglia does have amazing rides and possibly amazing high element experiences until Junglia comes up with a wet weather program and a way for us to get our refund or even to allow us to use a GoPro. I can say that it doesn't matter how wonderful the experiences are. When things go south, Junglia is the worst place to be. Okay? And I'm not saying this to attack Junglia. I'm saying this because as a visitor, it was a very uncomfortable experience for me. And I think a lot of people were very displeased too. You could literally hear people complaining about things. So all I'm going to say is, yes, Junglia has amazing things. You can try and hopefully nothing goes wrong for you. But like I said, if you do decide to go to Junglia, be prepared for administrative hell. Be prepared to have your rides and your high element experiences cancelled. So if you've enjoyed today's episode of Bonsai Japan, don't forget to like this video, share this video, leave a comment in the comment section, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.